guys, it's your girl Kiona, and we are back with another word of the month. So, we're gonna just sit and talk, about what I feel is on my heart for this month. And I feel like God gave me peace, the peace that just surpasses all understanding. And I used to wonder what that felt like. I'm like, how do you have peace that surpasses all understanding? But like now I'm just in this space where I legit have that. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I want y'all to have it too. So I want to share like kind of why I have this peace now. So I feel like I just giving it all to God. And that is literally the secret. Like my trust, my problems, my cares, my worries, anything that I have going on. Here you go, God. Here you go, Father. Like that's how I'm feeling. And I had like thought of like in the past when I would go through things like obstacles or whichever the case was, I was going through things and I would be frustrated, I would be mad, I would be, upset, whatever. I would even distance myself from God. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, Kiana, why would you do that? But I think I was just so premature in my relationship with God, meaning it just wasn't as developed, that I couldn't see it. I couldn't see things the way that God saw it, and I couldn't see that I didn't have to really carry those things on my own. And I think because I was so used to carrying things on my own, I just didn't know how to give them up to somebody else. And that's where I feel like power happened, when I let them go and gave them to God. Because 1 Peter 5 verse 7 says, cast all your cares unto me, for I care for you. And I remember getting that verse about 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. And at first I'm like, but I be doing that. Y'all don't know why I be thinking I be doing things that I don't really be doing. Does anyone else relate? So I was thinking, yeah, I'll be doing that. Like, I don't know what they talking about. And then like I realized, no, I don't. Like I still was trying to like control which relationship I would be in and which guy I would have, and unknowingly settling. When I was choosing those relationships, I was still trying to force my hand at when my timing was for whatever. I was just like trying to make things happen. And even in like the scheme of like things going on around me, I was trying to like step in and like play the hero. I don't know what was wrong with me. But I just genuinely wanted to help. And I just think that ultimately placed so many burdens onto me. And when I was like, God, so and so got this going on, I just pray that you start moving and like doing your thing. And I understood who God was, and that he can do any and everything exceedingly and abundantly above all who asks. I was just like, yeah, this is the one right here. This is it. So I started saying like, all right, God, let me give you this person. God, let me give you this situation. God, let me just give you it all. Like, take it. You're so gracious. You're so kind. You're so merciful. Like, he don't mind. He really just want us to seek him and to, build relationship with him and to just share like his goodness. And I could do that. That's easy. So that's what I started doing. And then it cleared up kind of like those obstacles, but also shifted my focus onto things that really mattered. for where I was going and kind of what mattered for what I was asking for. And my focus became God and my mission. He revealed my calling when I started doing that. He revealed that he had a husband for me when I started doing that. He even told me, girl, you is ready when I started doing that. God is so good. And not once did any of that take my focus off of building my relationship with God and continuously growing with God. So now I'm just in a space where it's like, all right, homeboy's gonna come. And I don't want to refer to my husband as homeboy, but I don't even know him right now. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come when he comes. The calling, the mission, the dream job, that's coming. And everything else, it's on its way, you know. And whatever comes upon my path when I'm walking in purpose and chasing the goal can get out the way, because I know that I can give it to God and continue to focus and walk in what he's called me to do. And that's beautiful. And that's why I have peace, because it's just like, God, you got it all. All I gotta do is show up. All I gotta do is put the camera up, sit down, make a video. Hopefully you guys like the videos, by the way. You know, I hope I'm making something you guys like. You guys can always suggest things, but you know, do what I feel like he's calling me to make as well, because I don't always necessarily need suggestions, but I would love them, because you know, we in this thing together. But yeah, now I could just do that, and I've been growing to become the woman I wanted to become. I've been maturing. I feel like I'm more prepared than ever. I just feel like I'm just in this great space. And you know what's beautiful about that is God didn't want me to come into anything unprepared. He didn't want me to come into marriage unprepared. He didn't want me to come into ministry unprepared. He was just like, I want to take my time with you, and I want you to see why I want you to take my time with you, and then I'll give you everything. Like, it'll come. But not only is him taking his time with me precious, but also getting to get as much time with him as I'm getting now so precious. Because when things start to shift, I won't have as much time with him as I do now. And I really appreciate the time that I do have with him. And it's helping me so much, because I get to know him on a more intimate and deeper level. Now, I do feel like because my calling is what it is, it's just like, I'm going to have to talk to him a lot, because I'm going to have to hear from him a lot. I'm going to have to see a lot with him. So, yeah, like, yes, for me, you know, specifically, it may be a little bit different, but I feel like ultimately, like, things do change, and you have to learn how to steward your time once things start to change. And God is so good too, because he's allowing me to be able to sustain those things when they come. And that's great. Like, I'm gonna get into a marriage more prepared to be a wife than I've ever been. And you know, I know my husband being prepared as well to be that husband that he's called to be, and to be, you know, one day a mother, because that is a goal of mine. And I'm preparing to walk into the lane of the ministry he's called me into as well, and have longevity in that. Because I feel like sometimes too, people don't want to wait on God, and they want to jump into it themselves, or they want to call themselves, and you know, you end up hurting people, you end up hurting yourselves when you do things of that sort. And that truly, like, gives me peace to know that when God's timing happens, it's just gonna be perfect, and it's gonna be worth it. Perfect and worth it. So yeah, that's how I got that peace, y'all. I'm always gonna encourage y'all to seek God, because God says to seek first the kingdom, and then all things will be added unto you. Because to know what kingdom looks like, to understand what kingdom is, you gotta seek it. You gotta seek God. You gotta seek his kingdom and his glory and all the good things. You have to understand the giver. You have to understand the Father. You have to understand God in order to experience his presence. And once you experience his presence, you'll understand that he is everything. More than the things that we ask for. Because those things won't bring fulfillment. My husband's not going to fulfill me. My calling's not going to fulfill me. God, in this moment right now, has given me wholeness, completeness, and fulfillment. And he still wants to give me more. So that's all I have for you guys. That's the end of this video. That's my word for the month. I hope you guys get some more peace going into April. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.